I want to thank you all for coming out to such an early event. And I want to put a little bit of detail together, frame the topic a little bit. This is going to be a roving mic session, kind of Oprah style. I've got three incredible pioneers themselves and facilitators, starting with, and get them to stand up, Mark Fenton. Who needs no introduction? Peter Lagerwey. And Michael Ronkin. Each comes with their own fan club. But really the focus is going to be on everyone out in the room and those who are still waking up and working their way down this way. We have the opportunity as we go forward in America to where we set the stage, that we set the clock. So I want to just start by giving us just a little background on the tipping point. I think, is there anyone who's never heard of Malcolm Gladwell and his book, The Tipping Point? Is that a name known by everyone? In a nutshell, any movement of any life, any duration, is ignited with some series of events that come together. I'm convinced that we're about to see the tipping point. The seven of us got together for dinner last night and talked about what this might be, and it's going to help guide a little bit some of our discussions. But I want to start with the whole notion that bicycling came first, and it did. That when you think of the modern America, it might be hard to define when modern bicycling took off, but I'm going to talk about when branding started to take off, and the person who did it most was Dr. Probike, who was President Eisenhower's chest surgeon, who got the president into playing golf on a regular basis for his health, and then later, Dr. Paul Dudley White really started to popularize bicycling. Now, I may be wrong on each of the dates, and I think they'll define themselves over time. But we can think of dozens, if not hundreds now, of events in bicycling that kept increasing its pace and its importance. But real quickly, let's go through the earliest recollection I have, and the best I can document, that the term livability, in our country at least, came to be was in 1977. And that movement is still alive today, and it's finally starting to emerge in a much bigger way. Historic preservation, it's hard to say the exact moment that began as a modern movement, but the best dates we have are somewhere around 1980. Walkability came a little bit later, and although there were movements in walking, it was really the Boulder conferences that started to bring the professionals together and make this into a viable movement. And then many, many things happened later. So many things happened in 1985 with the transit-oriented development, traditional neighborhood development. I believe we decided in 1991 with the declaration of the Iwani Principles, named after the lodge where they were written. And then new urbanism followed that, somewhere around 1991, smart growth. So all of those I'm putting on one continuum. Sustainability, when did it become popular? I don't think it's quite there yet, but perhaps we can start with this date and then test it out whether or not that's the origin of its becoming a branded or a popular term. Active living by design, 1998. Do we have anyone here from Active Living by Design that can give us the actual date? but these are starting in the recent times now. The Center for Disease Control adding prevention to their platform and the built environment. Mark, am I pretty close on this, around 1999? Dr. Jackson and others? Okay. Then complete streets. We're getting into our decade now. And then finally, one might say, aging in place, which is going to become a very big movement, and one that we haven't really gotten the word out yet, but it's going to come out this year, if not very pronounced, is transportation equity. Now, these are all important movements. I'm not trying to skim over the many other things that are going on, ADA, many movements, but they're all going to converge. So what I'd like to do with our roving facilitators here is start to talk about some of the mega trends that they're just happening already, and we will be able to help steer that course. And on that basis, I'm wondering if Pete, oh no, Mark, you got the list we pulled together last night. So, Mark, Fenton.
First, I'm going to tell a quick story that sort of gives some scale to this from the public health perspective. Dan asked me to just give 1 minute on that, and then we're going to ask you. I'm going to pose to you a question, and I think Michael will jump in and others, and I really want you guys to on your take on this. So. One of the stories I sometimes tell, I was at a Trails and Health conference, and that was actually the title of it, in southeastern Pennsylvania, just a few years ago. Now, that's a conference you wouldn't even thought of it being the title of a conference, right, 10 years ago. The notion that the built environment and health, or Trails and Health, would be a joint conference where you tried to put parks and recreation, trails and greenway advocates, and those in the same room with public health agents and people like that. But this conference in southeastern Pennsylvania was doing exactly that. That was the idea. And that was, you know, I'm glad that was happening and so on. But I had a half a day beforehand to do a little exploring, and we were very near Valley Forge. And you guys, how many of you have heard my Valley Forge story? Okay, my apologies. I don't mean to bore you with it. Because I think it's really telling. Valley Forge National Historic Park. You guys remember what happened in Valley Forge? It was cold, somebody said. What's the story we're all taught in like junior highs, or middle school kind of, what happened in Valley Forge? Seriously, I'm not asking rhetorical questions. Does anybody know? Barefoot soldiers is what he remembers. It's where George Washington's troops wintered in the winter of 1777 and supposedly suffered horrid death and deprivation, lots of disease, and the British, had they been smart enough, should have attacked the American encampment, and we'd all be still singing God Save the Queen right now. The American Revolution would have died that winter. But they suffered through. And the interesting thing about Valley Forge is that National Historic Park has in recent years built a wonderful bicycle trail all the way around the perimeter. Now, a lot of the national parks you go to, you drive to a parking lot, you look at the overlook, you drive to the next overlook, you look, right? They're all built for the automobile. This park has made a conscious effort in recent years to build a bicycle pedestrian pathway all the way around, so a visitor can now come to the visitor center, leave your car behind, take a bike, and ride around the park, which is really cool. And in fact, I, being the geek that I am, did that. I actually got there. The bikes weren't in season yet. They only do them for the summer. So I changed into my running clothes, and I kind of trotted around this beautiful trail, and I stopped because I'm a nerd, and I read every one of the kiosks, you know, the little signs, the historical markers. And what I learned was, the story we've been told is sort of apocryphal, that what really happened was, that's the winter that Washington professionalized the American troops. That's the winter that he got major concessions from the Continental Congress, so that if you joined the Continental Army for the full duration of the war, you got a major land grant, were paid professional military pay. And it turns out that he turned the American Army into much more of a professional corps. They could actually fight the British in the field. Up to that point, we were getting our butts kicked by the British in every engagement. And afterwards, he had brought this Prussian guy over, von Steuben, to sort of professionalize the troop. Here's the point of the story. Washington made a realization that winter. He says, we gotta hang in there. Because even though we're losing battles, we can win this war if we hang in long enough. Because the British, trying to maintain an army an ocean away from home, it's not popular, it's costing them a lot of money to maintain that. They're hiring a lot of mercenaries to try to, does this sound remotely familiar? Unpopular war across the ocean. Anyway, setting that aside, meanwhile, the British had not yet realized that although they were winning battles, they could lose the war. Winning battles, lose the war. I would argue that that is a realization that the public health community made in the time period that Dan is talking about, because we're winning battles in this movement, get a nice bike lane striped here, neat trail built there. If you go visit Valley Forge National Historic Park in that southeastern part of Pennsylvania, See this wonderful park with a bike trail in it that you could not ride a bicycle to without taking your life into your hands, at least the time when I was there. That the rest of the system is bereft of any accommodation for cyclists or pedestrians. Classic small roads, no shoulders, no sidewalks, nothing, no accommodation whatsoever. Nice little battle that we won, pedestrian facility, bike facility on the National Historic Park. War that we are losing. Everybody's driving to that park. Right? We've still got a system entirely oriented for the motor vehicle. And if you look at that region of southeastern Pennsylvania, it is a model for sprawl across America. Now, Westchester County, much credit to anybody who's from there, trying to do some really innovative stuff with zoning codes and transportation policy, but it's incremental. We're winning little battles. On scale, we're losing the war still. At one of the recent meetings of the Centers for Disease Control grantee communities, called Communities Putting Prevention to Work, so it was that giant influx of stimulus dollars that were given to communities to create healthier environments. They are now using the terms PS&E, that acronym among health people means policy, systems, and environmental change. It means no more pedometer walking programs, no more media campaigns just to tell people to exercise because it's good for them. We need to make policy level, systems level, environmental change. Stuff that, by the way, is, I think, in the DNA of the people in this room. You guys think that way. The public health community is coming to it. But the way I've started challenging the folks that I work with in public health around this is I ask this simple question. I tell them the winning battles but losing the war story. That if we just win a battle but lose the war, we've still got vast portions of the population that aren't being physically active and gaining the health benefits that our health partners are working for. It's not just battles, it's war. And I will go a step further and say, we need to think, all of us, collectively, about how we're going to move to revolutionary level of change, not an evolutionary level of change. Evolution is no longer sufficient. And of course, the way I tell this to those who are coming at this from the public health angle is I remind them that in 2005, the New England Journal of Medicine published an article that simply projected forward the current public health data and said, if the trends continue the way they are right now, we're essentially looking at this generation, I have a 12 and a 14-year-old kid, them being the first to have statistically shorter life expectancies than their parents. How many people here have heard that before? Okay. And are you all aware, acutely aware, that it is because of the diseases of sedentary living and poor nutrition? It is not Ebola, HIV, AIDS, H1N1. That's not what's going to lower life expectancy. We're good at dealing with infectious disease for the most part. It is the diseases of sedentary living that will shorten life expectancy. We're this close to losing a generation to shorter life expectancies than us. We cannot take an evolutionary approach to this anymore. Evolution doesn't help. So that's actually the challenge I've started putting to everybody that I interact with on this. I would give some credit to the public health folks who sort of having shifted their focus from sort of the programmatic educate, let's get people to sort of choose to be more physically active, to understanding that if you don't build an environment for it, it won't happen. That if you've only got the trail at the park, but I can't ride my bike there, well, I'm still going to end up driving my car, right? So then my question to you is this, twofold really. We started this conversation last night. What are the big trends in society that are sort of the drivers right now? Sort of social movements. Dan alluding to some of them here, but what are some of the other themes? And secondly, how do you pitch it from an evolutionary to a revolutionary approach? How do we force a tipping point rather than wait for it to happen? Because we could lose a generation if we just wait for it to happen naturally. Way too high a cost. So that's the question I'm going to put to you, and I think Michael can comment a little on some of the thoughts we had on where are some of the big drivers, the big trends out there that we've got to take advantage of to move from evolution to revolutionary level change.
Thanks. And since we know it's now 7:15 in the morning, we thought we'd maybe just give you a few examples of the ideas that we came up with last night as far as the mega trends that are occurring, and then we're going to ask you to give us some trends back. But I want to let you know, you witnessed a revolution this morning. Dan Burton limited himself to one slide. Now, we animated it, and you brought in those dates one after the other, but I think we can count that as one slide.
Can we do that?
So, you are now fueled with caffeine this morning. We had beers and wine last night. It was a very, very good dinner. And you know how you sit around and solve all the problems of the world? Well, we didn't do that. We actually came up, like Mark said, with about a dozen of these mega trends that are occurring. We were going to do some kind of a comedy skit where I'd blindfold me and I'd point out one at random, and then I realized some of these are kind of some things we can't necessarily share with everybody. So, I'm going to pick 3 at random here, and then we're going to ask you to give us some ideas of some of the mega trends that you see are going to help us reach this tipping point. We talked a lot about demographics. I think demographics is the big gorilla in the room that we often ignore. The two interesting things about demographic changes is they tend to overwhelm a lot of the work that we do, and they tend to be unpredictable, right? But there are certain trends out there that are occurring. One that we talk about, of course, is the aging population in the United States and the change in the family structure. I think the last census was the first time that less than 50% of the U.S. population was in a nuclear family. That is, a male father, a female mother with biological children of their own. That represents less than 50% of the American population now. So what does that mean for housing, right? And Peter made a point that if you look at television shows through the decades, where television shows are situated reflects where people live. In the 1950s and 60s, virtually all TV sitcoms occurred in a nuclear family in a single detached house. Now most TV shows tend to be in more urban situations with people not living in a detached house. So we're still building one kind of housing. We're building housing from the 1950s and 60s, and the demographics in the future are going to be very different. How does that impact everything that we talked about here? Well, dramatically, of course, because the single detached family home in the suburbs was attached to a garage. Actually, the house was attached to the garage, right? And people drove everywhere. Demographic shift of people moving back to the cities, young and old. The big challenge, of course, is getting families with kids back in the cities. It's dramatically going to impact everything that we talked about here. So demographics and housing. Another trend that's really interesting is VMTs. Do I need to spell it out? Acronym alert? Vehicle miles traveled. Are not just leveling off, but still continuing on their downward trend. You know, when you track it year by year, you get little bumps and all that. I think most of you, if not, you can go to the FHWA website, has seen the chart that tracks VMT through the last 40 years, I think. It starts in the late 70s or so. And all the transportation planners who used the trends of the past to projecting the future were actually right for about 30 years. It was a straight line. VMTs kept increasing. And what's really interesting is they started leveling off before gas hit $4 or $5 a gallon about 5-6 years ago, and before the recent recession that started more or less in 2007, 2008. That's when it started leveling off, and it's been going down since. People are simply driving less. There's many explanations to that. To me, the simplest explanation is there's only so many hours in the day, only so much driving we can do. We brought in pretty much everyone who can drive. One of the biggest boosts in driving was when women joined the workforce in the 1960s and 70s. We needed 2 cars because both members of a couple were working. Right now that women have joined the workforce, unless there's a third gender out there that we don't know about, right? Teenagers are not getting their license as early as they used to anymore. It's a whole trend of teens, 16, 17, 18, 19, not getting their driver's license. People voluntarily giving up their license. So here's another mega trend. And then the third one, I'll give as an example, then I'll turn it over to Peter for a couple more, and then we'll let you loose. But we want you thinking in terms of how does this affect the movement that we're all involved in, which is active transportation. So don't just give us a trend. Tell us how you think that can help us spur the revolution. And what was the third one that I had here? Oh, the recession, high unemployment, and the fact that we're not going to get ourselves out of this recession by the traditional means. And we've tried that, right? Hey, let's give more money to the banks. Well, that really helped, right? Oh, let's give more money to General Motors. Guess what, folks? General Motors is in the black again. Do you know why? Where they're selling cars? China, right. They're not selling more cars in America, they're selling more cars in China. So how can we take, I hate to say how can we take advantage of this recession, but how can we use the fact that we're pretty much broke and the traditional ways of reviving the economy are not going to work? So those are 3 mega trends right there. I'm going to turn it over to Peter for a couple more, and then we'll do the roving mic. Oh, you got your own microphone? My own mic, all right.
I think all of you have heard the definition of leadership. That's finding a movement and standing in front of it. Sometimes I think as bicycle and pedestrian advocates, we don't learn that lesson very well. We all hear a lot of conversations where we say, You know, how come we can't convince those engineers to do the right thing? How come we can't get those elected officials to support what we're doing? I think quite often we're asking the wrong question, and we're really sort of barking up the wrong tree. I think it's really key is to be good listeners and listen to what the megatrends are. Listen to what our clients, i.e. the American public, are saying, and then figure out a way to harness those questions, those longings, those trends, and get in front of it. Michael just mentioned a couple. I'll add a couple more. I'm really just going to pose these as questions, and then we'll open it up and have a discussion about how we stand in front of these trends. One of the trends that I'll just add to the list, and you're going to add some more. We don't have any particular wisdom, I don't think, in identifying these things. I don't think this is rocket science or new information, but hopefully it'll get you thinking in a certain direction. One of the things I've noticed, and I'm sure you have too, is that pretty much all the state DOTs are out of money. We're going broke. And one of the lines that I would throw out there is the option of building our way out of congestion is no longer an option. This is not a right-left issue. This is not a red or blue issue. This is not sort of a matter of discussion. The money is gone. And there is not a public will to raise the taxes, to bring funding levels up to what they used to be. It used to be, you showed up at the trough, the food was there, the grants came in, and you built the freeways, you built the arterials. No longer an option. But I would like to pose to you that that's one of the challenges out there, and we as a bicycling and walking community need to respond to that and use that to our benefit. I would throw one other thought out there, and that is that everywhere I go, there's one dominant issue. We really need to listen to this, and that's that communities want economic development. Now, when they try to answer that, quite often it means putting in the new big box or whatever the case may be, and they see that as economic development. They don't get the answer right, but I think they're asking the right questions. And we need to, I think, as a bicycle and walking community, get in front of that question and provide a better answer. I'll give you two anecdotes and then we'll open it up. A couple weeks ago, there's a lead story in the real estate section of the Seattle Times showed a woman who was a real estate agent on a bicycle taking her clients to various homes. And to paraphrase the story, it was going something along the line of, so many of my clients are cyclists, they wanted to live near bicycle facilities, and I could sell homes this way. She also noted that people are very mobile nowadays, companies are mobile, and they're choosing to go to those communities that have the highest quality of life, and they're defining that as great places to walk, great places to bicycle. So it really is an economic development issue. And then the last thought I would share with you, right now I'm having the opportunity to do some work in the city of Dallas, working on their bike plan. And again, the theme that I'm hearing, and I'm actually seeing this, is that you're getting reinvestment in the city, new energies coming into the city, infill, all the good things that we want to happen in cities are being led by people who want to walk and bicycle. And the leadership there is understanding that. And that's the energy behind it. So that starts to get into a solution. So with that,
Pete, tell the story of the public meeting. Tell the story of the public meeting. Of them waiting to see the movement before they step in front.
Yeah, I think it was real interesting. We had a wonderful public meeting. Some of you were probably there. And we had over 300 people come to the kickoff meeting for the Dallas Bike Plan. It was real interesting. It wasn't clear until about 10 minutes before the meeting started that the mayor and some of the city council people were all going to be there. Some had committed, but most had not. And when everybody showed up, and they really realized, yes, this is a movement, all of a sudden, the last moment, we had a whole bunch of people there. And I think it really just shows that if we can provide that leadership, they will come.
I wonder if I could add 2 punctuation points to what Pete said about the economy. And the first deals with aging in place. That it's almost at the point where 20% of our population, what is it, 18 million or so folks, are going to be over 65. I'm 66, that's what it looks like. It's okay. It's good, in fact. But the point is, that many people bought homes where they will not age in place gracefully. I think it's John Williams and Linda Tracy are delivering food to residents up in the South Hills of Missoula. Nice homes, but people are aging and not able to get out of their homes. They have to have food brought to them. They have to have someone take them down to a doctor or something like that. But the other one, and this is a very big one, already, on average, Americans spend 25 cents of the dollar they earn on transportation. We're the only nation of large size or scale where the first quarter is gone just to move your body. We're already approaching 19 cents or 20 cents on health. And if we don't start bringing health under control, and both the big ones are the nutrition, obesity, lifestyles, all these choices, then that could rise to 30 cents. 30 cents and 25 cents, 55 cents gone before you get home. What that really means is we can't compete in a world economy. That we truly will see a meltdown in terms of what we're capable of producing for goods and services when other people can outproduce us if their transportation is only 8 cents or their health is only 8 cents. Think about that. And with that, do you want to start today?
So the question we have is big trends and how do you use them to inspire revolution? I have some thoughts that I put out too, but anybody in the room want to?
And it doesn't have to be a new trend. It can be picked up.
No, something you've got already going. Okay, Sally. Sally's hand would come right up.
I think something revolutionary to take advantage of is that we are becoming a majority-minority nation. Hispanics are dying as pedestrians at a rate 6 times as high as Caucasians. African Americans double the rate of Caucasians. You look in this room and it's incredibly white. And I think one of the things we need to be doing is really diversifying as a movement. I think that's going to rely more on the pedestrian issues than the bicycle issues. But I think we need to unify and put walking out front, because I think we have the ability to attract a much bigger movement if we do that.
This isn't what I wanted to talk about, and I'll probably talk later, but related to that, in Washington, D.C., walking and biking is made up to be a way gentrification, the plan for Whitey to take the city over. It's biking specifically, in yesterday's election was made out to be something to do to black people. That the mayor, he only cares about whites. So dealing with these issues in heterogeneous communities like Washington, D.C., where I've lived for 23 years, is very, 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 very difficult. When, if you think of walking dogs as a way to reactivate previously disinvested communities, well, dog parks are white people taking over. So it's really important to think about these issues about how do we transcend quality of life seen as an upper income issue. I mean, how do we, because in DC people say, well, where do you live? And I say, I live in the District of Columbia, and I want every block in the city to be great. I don't think people in low-income parts of our city believe that everybody believes that, and they don't see it. And so that is a challenge that we have. I don't have the answers to it other than to really care about every block and work on every block. And we're not doing that now. And at least in DC, I will tell you, this is seen as very much a race issue.
And if not that, certainly one of class. Tony, I saw a hand over here.
Well, I just want to thank the last person for stealing my thunder, but I want to expand upon that and look at that as our great opportunity. And if we don't, I'm Tony DeLucia, I'm a professor at East Tennessee State University, about 200 miles from here. And I'm in my room last night in mountain homes at the State Ridge, and it points to, even here, Chattanooga is one of the destination places that is featured, Asheville, North Carolina, Abingdon, Virginia, and I talked about in my breakout. It's all about wealth. And the point is, we have the separation of wealth in this society, the haves and the have-nots. And the point is, we've got unhealthy people and healthy people, and we can have the most expensive healthcare system in the world, and some people can afford it, but many people are falling by the wayside. More and more people. And so it is not a political issue at all, but it's a social justice, environmental justice, social equity issue. That's why I think, where's Ramona? We start and finish these discussions about some of these issues about equity and justice. Read the book, The Spirit Level by Wilkinson and Pickett. It's an eye-opener about societies that are more equal have better health. Sorry.
Thank you.
I'm sorry. Go ahead.
No, I was just going to add one thing to amplify the point. That data I told you about shortening life expectancies, what it really reflects is that we're going to see the upper class continue to have rising life expectancy. If you look at how that data breaks out, the average is going to be brought down by the fact that lower income, the lower socioeconomic strata of our society will see such dramatic reductions in life expectancy that it will bring the average down. Does everybody understand that? Even among health status, we have a have and have not society, and it will be lower income households, kids basically, will bear the burden of these lifestyle-based diseases. So it's the skyrocketing rates of type 2 diabetes that are seen, for example, among the minority populations in this country that will draw down overall life expectancy.
Great, Mark, thanks. And I wanted to see if we can get everyone to try to hold your comments to 60 seconds, no more, because we have to all learn how to make these solid points very quickly. And with that, Gil Penalosa.
Well, 60 seconds. Well, I think that a trend is that we are thinking and talking about these issues, but also the trend is that we're not doing. And I think that, unfortunately, I think that to go to the tipping point, we really gotta do a better job at making the case. I think that we have to create broader alliances and go and make the case to the business community why this is good for the economy, make the case to public health why this is good for health, to the environment. So we gotta have the different benefits for different people. Another trend, I think there is not a sense of urgency. In the next 15 years, the senior population in the US is gonna increase by 50%. And nevertheless, we're not developing that sense of urgency. How are we going to live? Are we going to take the food to everybody's home all over the place? And the last trend is, I think, public engagement. Public engagement is increasing. I think that a lot of the baby boomers that wanted to change the world in the 60s and 70s, and a lot of things did happen on human rights, on women's rights, on racial whatever. Nevertheless, the baby boomers feel the job is not done. And when you go to public engagement meetings, you see a lot of people that attend and are better prepared, have done their homework, and they are there to participate. And I think that's a trend that you'll find all over the place, and we're going to take advantage of these people that are healthier and wealthier and better educated than before, and they're ready to participate. So I think that's a trend that we take advantage.
Increased social engagement, Bowling Alone, one of the most important books we can read.
Jean Armbruster, LA County Public Health. So how do we put our money where our mouth is and really reach out to low-income communities and show that we are on the same page, we want to support their efforts as well as getting them into the bike-ped world? We need to become affordable housing advocates. Every single bike-ped person here should be advocating for affordable housing. This is one of the most important issues of our time. One of the most important things we could do to spur a revolution is to be out there demonstrating that we care. We are going to support their efforts to stay in their houses, their homes, rather than let their homes become gentrified. Because that's what happens. A lot of times when a community is improved, when bike-ped facilities go in, the values go up and people have to move out. So we need to be in there, really fighting for more affordable housing. Key issue, and especially because we need people to be able to live close enough to where they work and keep the low-income housing close by rather than having to put it way out in the boonies where people are going to have to drive 2 hours. So affordable housing, that's my message.
That's a great one, Jean. And in fact, that gets to the public health folks who talk about policy, systems, and environment. You don't just change the environment, the beautiful bike paths and everything that begin to increase value. What's the policy in place? Where are the affordable? Where's the inclusionary zoning? Where's the requirement that there's always an affordable component? Peter talked about that tool being used in Seattle as a matter of course now in their mixed-use redevelopment. By the way, when you stand up, introduce yourself.
Yes, Steve Winslow with the City of Gloucester, Massachusetts. One of the things that, revolution, John Kenneth Galbraith described revolution as kicking in a rotten door. So, and some of that means that the economic system that was vibrant died off and a new one is coming up. So one of the things I think we have to do is focus on a new economic model that's beyond auto and fossil fuels. And I think a couple things we can do. We're giving tax breaks to people doing windmills and energy. Why not some tax breaks to bike shops and other active transportation businesses? How about instead of focusing on a new gas tax, how about a sugar tax to finance active transportation? So, and to encourage business, because at the end, the middle class is not going to move towards this revolution more unless we provide a viable economic model for them to do that they can make a living in a new economy that's not dependent on the automobile or the fossil fuels. So we actually have to build businesses in a viable economy that's alternative. I often look at I was reading books about pre-slavery advocates and abolitionists before the 1820s, when nobody was really pushing abolition. And the key thing you realize is that the Civil War was also about the industrial economy replacing the slavery-based agricultural economy. So we have to figure out how we're going to replace the economy that's now with the next one. So we have to work and create that to make it happen, to be able to kick in the rotten door. So thanks.
To Jean's point, I think, and the last point of it, I think we should look beyond TOD to talk bed, transit-oriented, community-based economic development. I want to put that out there as a possible mechanism. And to the other gentleman's point, I think energy is a mega trend, and I think it speaks to homeland security. And I think if we can figure out a way to invest in bicycling and walking from an energy mandate. I'm from Hawaii. When gas gets to $6 a gallon, we're really in trouble. So we're looking at that seriously, and I think energy needs to be part of our funding portfolio.
Right over here.
Morning. My name is Brian Fellows. I'm the State for Office School Coordinator for the state of Arizona. I see two kind of competing or conflicting megatrends. On the one hand, the economy has kind of caused us to think more about biking and walking as natural things in life. Maybe we're not doing more with less, but we're doing what we've always done in many cases with a little bit less. We're not consuming as much. We're not buying as much crap. We're not buying as many large lots and houses out on the fringes. However, when the economy gets cranking again, I see the trend continuing back the way it was. I have no answer for that.
Morning. Joe Stafford from Pennsylvania. One of the concerns I have as advocates, and I've been at this for over 9 years, a quick show of hands. How many people are comfortable bicycling with traffic? A lot of hands, but I think our challenge is to get out there and inspire. I don't want to say educate. I dislike that term. But I'd like to inspire people who will use their bicycles for transportation, for the utility modes, the accommodations, and you know there's a term paved path, and as we focus on facilities for bicyclists, the missing component, the gut level issue, is whether people can comfortably use their bicycles as intended, and in numbers you may be able to sell your facilities, but the national organization, the League of American Bicyclists, who is committed to education for bicyclists, don't have waiting lists for people who sign up for their bicycle education courses. I think if we take a look at that issue and figure out a way to attract people who are willing to use their bicycles as intended, we will get a lot more support. So I'm not sure the semantics of evolution or revolution is appropriate, but we need to inspire. folks who are willing to take this bicycle seriously and use it in their own communities. Thank you.
Okay, under the theme of being inclusive and bringing everyone in, we're going to do a couple more here. Then Michael is going in the back, and we're going to move to a different part of the room. So, right here.
David Levenger, Rails to Trails Conservancy. There's the big elephant in the room in the United States around a lot of the stuff is the issue of equality. We have to have empathy for one another. We have to believe that the person in the back of the room over there matters as an equal member of society. And that's really broken down. And that's a serious issue with respect to transportation equity and the concern for bicyclists and pedestrians in our communities. I think a revolutionary opportunity is an issue that can help knit that back together again. When we talk about taxes right now, that obviously might have some political discord in the conversation about how to implement a tax. We can't even increase the gas tax 1 cent right now. So one of the things that has been effective in our society in trying to engender equity is a focus on education. We have had equal rights initiatives for educational opportunities in this country, and that's been accepted as an acceptable thing to do. The concept that Andy Clark mentioned yesterday, and something that I've been in the past working for, is the concept of mobility education, to change out driver's education for mobility education, multimodal education that engenders empathy among 16-year-olds, 17-year-olds for pedestrians and bicyclists by putting them out in crosswalks and in bike lanes while they're getting their driver's license, forcing them to get a LAB certification at 16 in the process of getting a driver's license. That's something we can do because we can tell teenagers what to do. We can impose rules on teenagers.
Hey, do you have any teenagers?
She went through driver's education, and she wanted that license. And so there is that incentive, that kind of idea that someone who has a responsibility of having a driver's license has to also have...
David, you clearly don't have a 14-year-old boy in your household. I'm sorry, nothing personal.
And that's why we need laws.
And again, folks, just a reminder, the eloquence rule is limited to 60 seconds. Be eloquent.
John Cock, Alta Planning and Design. Food systems has got to be part of our big picture, and the kind of local food movements really tie into a lot of the energy issues, the social issues, the equity issues, the economic issues. But you can see places like Spartanburg where they're taking bike share and a mobile food market into low-income communities. The guy who's taking a bus with food in Charlottesville doing the same thing. But it's, I think, one of the frontiers that connects a lot of these things.
And the public health guys are right on that because they see it as nutrition and physical activity as the double-edged sword for the so-called obesity epidemic, so it works nicely there.
My name is Fenton from Fairfax, Virginia. One of the groups I noticed missing from the conversation is non-U.S. foreign Americans, which is a huge proportion of the population. And I'm talking about beyond the low-income immigrant groups. A huge proportion of professional U.S. are non-U.S. born, and they're not at these kind of meetings. They're also not attending public hearings. But if you speak to them for about 5 minutes, they get the biking and walking stuff because they come from those backgrounds, and we're somehow losing them when they come into the country. We're dismantling that background, and we're somehow not capitalizing upon that.
Eric Rowell, Roswell, Georgia. I just want to also second what he was saying about mobility training. I'm also Vice President of Bike Roswell, and we're one of the bicycle friendlies down in Georgia, actually the only bicycle friendly community. We had a major discussion. We're developing our really large rollout educational plan. We have big dreams, but everybody said in the room, don't call it bike education. As soon as you say bike, the general public just turns it off. I don't need that. So I think going mobility education, or what we're looking at as vehicle education is what we're calling it, because we are a vehicle on the bike, and we're trying to get and we're going also to take a page out of Apple's playbook. How many people remember when Apple had everything in the school? Now who's using an Apple? How many Macs do you see around? It took about 10 years or so, but now it's coming through, so we need to start. I agree with the education. I do have a 14-year-old and a 17-year-old at home. Luckily, they both ride bikes. One's been hit by a car before. So they all understand, and they're very good drivers. But the thing I think is that we need to start younger, and we need to also make it a vehicle education, because I think the general public, and I'm almost 50, and I think most of us, when we grew up, including myself, do I need bike education? No, I've been riding for years. I don't need anything. So I think there's that stigma we need to get past. And I think if we start with our youth, then we will eventually see that come through society.
John Plant, Chicago. Deliberately not talking about my company because this is a personal plea. A gentleman over here talked about how this is not a political issue, this is social equity, and I disagree. This is very definitely a political issue. We did have a revolution. We had an Obama revolution. Everybody now is sitting on their hands. The people who made that revolution happen are burned out and are doing that. We're going to lose it. We're going to lose it in November, and we're going to lose it 3 years from now if we don't get out there and actually do something. So this is a political call to action, red versus blue, and this is something that is very important. We are on the verge of having a health care actually happen, except it'll go away if we lose it in November. There's a lot of things going on here that we wanted to make changes in taxation, all the things we're talking about. If we go back to the Bush era, we are going to lose all of that. The revolution is not only not going to happen, it's going to go backwards. Thank you.
Good morning, everyone. My name is Deb Hubsmith. I'm the director of the Safe Routes to School National Partnership, and I'm going to pick up on what this gentleman said about schools and what this gentleman said about politicians. And I'm going to encourage all of you to, number one, get your politicians out there for International Walk and Bike to School Day in October. Right now, the Safe Routes to School National Partnership is getting key Republicans out in Florida, Wisconsin, Tennessee, all over the United States, but we need your help. We need to take the congressional members, the mayors, all of the elected officials into the field to see why kids need to be able to bike and walk and how that transforms our communities to have complete streets and smart growth. We need to get them out there seeing, feeling it, not just looking at GIS maps. And the second thing we need to do is we need to make a revolution by having all of us run for political office, by having our friends run for political office. And if you're not going to run for political office like me, you need to work together with the politicians. I haven't owned a car for 15 years, but I go to every local transportation meeting that happens in my local community, even though I'm a national advocate. And all the elected officials know I don't have a car. And so I take my folding bike and I ride my bike there one way. And I have a standing meeting with the chairman of the transportation committee who drives me home once a month with my folding bike. And I work out all the different issues. So elected officials, be the revolution. We are the revolution. We have the power.
Okay. I'm proud to say I followed Deb's advice because we have elected planning commissioners in my community, and I ran for it and sat on my planning commission for 6 years. For all the junk I've done at the national level, I'm quite convinced the most important stuff I've done is in my community. Because when you're on the planning board, you have so much more influence on what actually gets permitted and so on in the community. And I now sit on our bylaw review commission. We're now rewriting our bylaws, including, I'm proud to say, a bike parking ordinance. So, that stuff happens when you stick your nose in it. And it's a royal pain in the rear end. Thank you for that call to action. And John, thanks for your point on that.
So, Mark, let me have one more person from the audience speak, then I'd like you to give a summation, and then Michael, and then Peter, and then myself. So, one more, folks.
Thank you. Jim Kopic, Cincinnati, Ohio. The trend that I've been watching is related to mass transit more than biking and walking. Erosion of our bus system, which has been declining slowly here in Cincinnati. I saw it here in terms of Greyhound Station being way out by the airport and no one knowing how to get to the Greyhound Station and not showing up in the literature. Common carriers are part of the mix. When we did our sheriff study, we saw 1/6 of our bikes were on the bus, which surprised me. That's part of our system is the transit system in the cities.
Okay, Mark.
Me? Are we wrapping?
Yeah, we're wrapping, Mark.
All right,
And
so I'm really glad that Deb pushed us toward thinking of the concrete action. A lot of you did, actually. I would ask you to take that to heart, that there's the collective action, there's also that individual action, and we have to be doing both. So do that. I'll give you another example of concrete. The public health community, I'm happy to say I got invited to Oxford, England to sit on a consensus conference about a tool that the WHO, the World Health Organization, back to my health connection on this, is developing called the Health Economic Assessment Tool. The acronym is HEAT. Anybody here heard of it? Okay. So the idea is simply this. It's a very simple mathematical device. It's really an Excel spreadsheet that takes public health data, mortality data, chronic disease risk factors, and so on, and allows a transportation planner or engineer to input two inputs: estimated number of trips that will be generated and average trip duration for a potential project. So if you're about to do a bike trail or put in some bicycle accommodation, you say, these many trips, bicycle trips can be generated. We think the average trip length will be this. It will spit out $1, or the European version, €1, but a monetary value in terms of statistical life years saved. Okay? Now, those of you that do transportation engineering, that do transportation planning, know we do that all the time around safety measures. If we do this safety measure, there will be this many fewer fatalities. So there will be an actual financial value to that infrastructure. We are hoping that this tool could be disseminated around the U.S. It's already being used by a number of European nations. The Centers for Disease Control is looking to take it, put in U.S. data, and use it as a tool so we can start attaching actual dollar values to bicycle pedestrian accommodation. That's a concrete example of kind of systems level change. It seems small, but if we could change the conversation and add in that external cost. Right now we don't take into the effect the health costs of bad transportation decisions. It's just not calculated when we look at congestion and everything else, environmental costs. So I'm actually offering to you right now, I'm working with the CDC to get a sense of how that tool has to look to work well in the U.S. Anybody in this room interested in being a part of that conversation, and in particular, give me some feedback on that. I'd love a card or a contact. I don't want to just do a blanket email to everybody and clog your email. But if you're at all interested in this tool, make sure I get one of your little cards from your registration thing. Does everybody understand what I just asked? It's a concrete, actionable step that you can do to help this little piece of the revolution. Let's change how we think about every transportation decision we make by always accounting for the health impacts, which we do not do right now. If you'd like to be a part of that, that's my concrete challenge to you. Make sure I know about it so I can get back to you with that.
Okay, and Michael Ronkin.
Thanks. The thought I'd like to finish on is this one right here. Who here has not heard the term making the connection, right? Back in 1997, remember, Roger, we held our first statewide conference. We called it Making the Connection. So these kind of forums have happened before, and we've talked a lot. And when we go out and try to take the action that all of us have described, meeting with another agency, meeting with another group, we bump up into this one huge obstacle, and that's the issue of silos, right? The funding and the policies are in these very discrete silos. And the reason why often it was set up that way is because very well-intended advocates, such as people in this room, when they fight or lobby for a cause, they say, we want to make sure that this program deals only with my issue. We want to make sure this funding is dedicated only to my issue. I believe in this. Who thinks we have multimodal transportation in this country? Okay, not single hands going like, very good. What we really have is multi-mono transportation. Everyone's got their little mode that they advocate for without thinking about the consequences for the other. And it's the same thing in health, too. Margaret really stunned me when someone in public health told me that public health is considered the lunatic fringe of the medical movement. Most doctors don't acknowledge the role of public health, for example. So in the health profession, you've got the same thing, too, all these specialists. So my plea to you is stay a specialist as far as what you know, but become a generalist. Know what others are doing, know what it is that they can do to contribute to the overall cause that we're all fighting for. And it could be simply summarized as better communities, better places to live, work, and play. Transportation is really just a small part of it, and when you move beyond the mode of transportation that you're lobbying for, and you see the bigger picture, and you see how many allies there are out there working to the same cause, then you can start looking at breaking down those silos and change the funding policies, change the laws that put all these discrete pots into these silos that can be broken down if you make it happen.
And Peter Lagerwey.
Yeah. Well, clearly, a mega trend that I heard here, really sprinkled out through almost everybody's comments, was the idea of inclusion, social equity, distribution of wealth, that really drives a lot of what we're doing. And I guess what I would throw out to challenge you with is to continually think of funding of your annual budget as a moral document. There's a lot of what I'm going to call cheap liberalism. That means you get to say something, but you don't pay a price for it. That means you get to support the cause of the day, but you don't put your money behind it. I would just challenge you at every level to think of budgets as moral documents. This means when you do value engineering, don't use it as a euphemism for cutting out all the bike and pet stuff. It means when you talk about being an economic conservative, but maybe a social liberal. Usually economic conservatism is really a euphemism for the rich people get to keep all the money. So I would just challenge you to really think of money as a moral document, and how we distribute that money, how we spend that money, is really telling us a lot about who we are, and keep that up front.
Thanks, Peter. And let me add a few final closing comments of my own. When I got involved in this field, it was when the bicycling movement started, 1962. I was fortunate to become the first state bicycle and pedestrian coordinator for Florida. Remained in that position for 16 years, and we made amazing progress. But every year we saw fewer and fewer people walking and bicycling, largely because the Build America wouldn't sustain it or support it. That's when I branched out into many other fields, but the big one is we now have to all become town makers. If we're not working as the generalists, to think of community first, and now figure out what's broken in the community, how do we fix that? That doesn't matter how much energy we put into walking or bicycling, energies of our own, we'll lose. We have to now build communities for people. Stop building communities for cars. Every decision has to be made on how it's going to increase the number of people who have independence, who can age in place, who can have a vibrant downtown to go to, who can be proud of their community and rebuild one little town at a time. It's got to be local. Sustainability cannot work at a global level if each town doesn't start to do what it can do. So I encourage all of us to broaden out as much as we can, whether we only get to read about concepts like smart growth or completing the streets or whatever it might be. But the point is we have to be champions, and we have to re-civilize. We have to, as we say, bring back civic engagement to where it's one of the most noble and important things. We have to get courses into college. We have to change out the curriculums in college. We're really talking about something that we get to do, starting with our own neighborhood and our own community. Now, there's a great opportunity coming up. The next Smart Growth Conference, the new Partners for Smart Growth, is going to be held in Charlotte the first week in February. Our organization, along with the Local Government Commission, is sponsoring a 3-day tour, free tour, through 16 communities in and around Charlotte that will really help us see and define how bicycling fits in, how walking fits in, how universal design fits in, how aging in place fits in. And so I want to thank you all for coming out this morning. This is a fantastic sight to see this early in the morning. And hopefully we've had some good discussions. And thank you all for what you do. You're very important to our nation. Thank you, everybody.